to Grounded is the New Sexy, the podcast where we flip the script on what it means to truly be attractive in today's world. Here, we believe that true beauty comes from within, and that cultivating a strong, centered inner world is the key to feeling free, empowered, and fully alive. So settle in, take a deep breath, and let's redefine what makes you shine from the inside out. Welcome, beautiful, to another episode of Grounded is the New Sexy. I'm Christy Little, and I am so grateful you're here in this sacred space with me today. This podcast is a place where we slow down, breathe deeper, and anchor ourselves into the energy of presence so we can experience more inner freedom, joy, and connection. And today we're diving into something that touches all of us, our relationships. Whether it's with a partner, a friend, a child, or even ourselves, relationships are the mirrors that reflect our essence back to us. And yet, in our fast paced, hyper connected world, we often miss the simplest yet most profound ingredient that can transform them: presence. So, let's start this episode in the way that presence begins, with a deep breath. Inhale slowly, filling your lungs and feeling your body expand. And hold for a moment. And exhale even slower, allowing yourself to arrive fully in this moment. Take another one. And as you breathe out, notice what shifts within you. Today, we're talking about presence. Not just presence in the spiritual sense, not just in meditation, but presence in our relationships. Because right now, as you listen to this, I want you to ask yourself, when was the last time you truly, deeply saw someone? Not just their words or their actions, but the energy beneath them. When was the last time someone felt safe in your presence? Not because of what you said, but because you were fully there. If you can't remember, you're not alone. Most people walk through life unaware of how disconnected they are. Not intentionally, not because they don't care, but because we are conditioned to be anywhere but here. So today, I want to bring us back into connection, back into awareness, back into the kind of presence that strengthens relationships and deepens love and transforms the way we move through the world. Let me tell you a story about a man named David. He was a successful entrepreneur, a deeply spiritual person, and someone who was always working on himself. He meditated in the mornings, he did his affirmations, set powerful intentions, but his relationships were strained, and his wife often seemed distant. His kids were always on their phones when they were together, and even his close friends had stopped reaching out as much. And one evening, David sat down with his wife for dinner. She spoke about something really important to her, something she was struggling with at work. And he nodded, gave her advice, and even reassured her. And yet, she sighed and looked down and said, "You're not really here, are you?" And he was so confused because he thought he had been listening. He had been responding. But that night, as he thought about it, something clicked. He wasn't truly present. His mind had been running and thinking about a work project. He was planning for his next day. And even calculating what he was going to say before she even finished her sentence. So he was physically there, but energetically absent. Does this sound familiar? Presence is so rare, and it really matters. And here's why. Because the truth is, most of us are only half here. We go through life in conversation, but our minds are elsewhere. We replay the past, we're rehearsing the future, filling the silence with our own mental noise. And we hear the words, but we don't feel the energy behind them. We respond, but we don't actually connect. We engage, but we don't fully witness the person in front of us. And the people around us feel it. They may not be able to name it, but they sense when we are not fully present. They sense when we are looking at them but not seeing them. And over time, that creates distance. Presence is the bridge that brings us back. Presence is more than just paying attention. It is a state of being where we bring our full energetic body into the moment. It's the art of offering our undivided attention as a sacred gift. When we embody presence, we create a space of deep safety where people feel honored and cherished and free. Think about the last time you felt truly seen by someone. Maybe it was a friend who listened without interrupting, a stranger who met your eyes with kindness, or a mentor who held space for you without judgment. That feeling, that warmth, that's what presence creates. Now imagine bringing that level of attunement into your relationships daily. Yet, before we talk about how to shift, we need to become aware of where we are now. So let's pause for a moment and just check in. Ask yourself, when someone speaks to me, do I fully focus on them? Or am I thinking of my response? Do I often feel like conversations are surface level or transactional? Do I rush interactions, checking my phone, multitasking, or mentally moving on before they're finished speaking? Do I struggle to feel deep connection, even with people I love? If any of these resonate, it's okay. This is not about self judgment. This is about bringing loving awareness to how we show up so we can choose differently. Because when we choose presence, something extraordinary happens. Here's how we make the shift. These are the ways to embody presence in relationships. The 90-second grounding rule. Before any important interaction, whether it's a conversation with your partner or a phone call with a friend, or even a casual exchange with a stranger, take 90 seconds to center yourself. Take a deep breath. Feel your feet on the ground. Release any mental clutter and just set a silent intention. I am here. I am fully with this person. This small pause creates a powerful, energetic shift. Most people listen while planning what they're going to say next. Presence in conversation means listening to understand, not just respond. When someone speaks to you, listen without thinking of your response. After they finish, take one conscious breath before replying. And let that breath be a space of awareness, a pause to absorb what they actually shared. This simple practice can transform the depth of your connections. I was blown away when I brought this into my awareness and realized how much anxiety I had in conversations, just dreaming of what I should be saying next. Then eye contact is one of the fastest ways to deepen presence. But many of us avoid truly looking into another person's eyes for more than a few seconds. So the next time you talk to someone, meet their gaze for at least 10 seconds before looking away. Not in a weird, forced way, just soft, natural, and intentional. And notice what shifts. Notice how they respond. This practice alone can unlock a whole new level of connection. So, through not just presence, but also embodiment of energy, you can be strengthening relationships as well. This is a heart sync practice when you can tune into each other's energy. So, before engaging with a loved one, whether in conversation, a hug, or even just sitting beside them, take a moment to sync your energy to theirs. Place your hand over your heart, take a slow inhale, and feel your energy settle into your body. And just say silently to yourself, I am here. As you begin your interaction, soften your body. Allow your energy to expand and meet them where they are without rushing to change, fix, or judge. By doing this, you create an energetic bridge between your hearts, allowing for a deeper connection. And whether you're a big energy person or they are as well, we all at a subconscious level tune into each other's energy. And when we can become a master at that and understanding that, that connects everything in our life in such a deeper way, magical things begin to happen, including strengthening these connections and relationships. I can speak from experience on this. So now let's talk about the sacred pause, slowing down to truly listen. Most of us listen to respond, not to understand. The sacred pause is simple but profound practice that shifts us from reaction to deep attunement. So the next time someone speaks to you, take a breath before you respond. Instead of forming your reply in your mind, tune into their body language, their tone, and their energy beneath their words. Allow a brief silence after they finish speaking. This creates spaciousness and allows both of you to settle into deeper presence. And this small shift alone can radically change the way people feel in your presence. The eyes are portals. When we truly meet another's gaze, we connect at the soul level. So sit with a loved one in a quiet space. Set the intention to simply witness each other. Gently gaze into their eyes for a few moments, breathing naturally. Notice what arises: any discomfort, emotions, warmth, or even laughter. And when you're ready, share what you felt during this practice. This little ritual, even done for a short time, can dissolve walls and bring immense closeness. Presence is a gift that extends far beyond the moment. When you show up fully, you give others permission to do the same. You become a mirror, reflecting back love, safety, and belonging. So as you move through your day, ask yourself, where can I bring more presence? With my partner, with a stranger, with myself, because the most beautiful relationships, whether they're romantic, platonic, or spiritual, they are not built on grand gestures, but on the quiet, sacred art of simply being. And in a world where so many feel unseen and unheard, this is the kind of energy that heals. Let's take one last deep breath together. Inhale and hold and release. You are enough. Your presence is powerful, and your presence is more powerful than you know. Thank you for joining me today, for your presence. Share this with someone who you think would resonate, or someone you'd like to strengthen your relationship with. Thank you for joining me on Grounded is the New Sexy. I hope today's episode offered you a moment of clarity, a spark of inspiration, or simply a reminder to be gentle with yourself. True strength and beauty come from within, and every step you take towards grounding yourself and creating inner freedom is a powerful one. If you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. It helps others find the show and join our community. And if you're feeling called to dive deeper, check the show notes to learn about ways we can work together on this journey. Until next time, stay grounded, stay free, and remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be. Take care. I'll see you in the next episode.